Yes, definitely recommend it. It's one of those cartoons. Usually, I have to wait a couple episodes to actually officially recommend it, at least to end the season. But no, the first episode, I was hyped. I enjoy it. I could not stop laughing because the comedy is on point every single moment, and the idea feels so refreshing and unique. Even if it's an old idea, they have their own spin on it. Now, the first episode of Digman was created the same people created a Broken Nine-Nine. If you like that show, you will like this cartoon because it's simple comedy, but just reduced to 2, 3 characters. But on top of this, this is made for the adults, but it also has a sort of a mystery. That at the very beginning, you find out what happened to Doug Digman. Like he's a very famous, popular, rich, pretty boy who has a very beautiful wife who is atop his game till his co-workers screw him over, betray him, stole his artifact, and blame him for everything, and also lost his wife. And now he served 15 years later in a modern age, he's just sort of depressed. He's humiliated. The community of discoverers hates him, and now he works at basically a teaching job about a bunch of college students. But one of the college students actually convinced him to try a new competition of discoverers so he would claim his prize, his mojo to become once again the great Digman. But this show hits hard on the comedy and also the relatability of the characters because this show does run like 100 miles a minute because it is fast for a little while, then sort of stops, slows it down to get to relate to Doug Digman because the guy is sort of kind of egocentric, but at the same time you understand why he's egocentric because he's sort of, let's face it, a loser for between like 13 years in total because he lost his wife. He feels it's his fault. Technically, it wasn't his fault. It's a wife's fault because she was so hyped to take the guy down who stole the item. But once again, he feels sort of guilty till he got the chance to redeem himself. But interesting enough, this episode actually have a setup of overarching a mystery of the whole series. Not one, but two. The first one, they sort of show that he was basically being used by someone else. Doug Dimon doesn't know this, just the audience who watched the series. That kind of give you a question who this person wants for this item. You want to use Doug Dimon for why. The second thing is that kind of grabbed my attention is the fact at the very end that Doug Dimmon's wife technically still alive. She's basically frozen in ice. How and why? We don't know. Because at the very beginning of the episode, we knew she died. They showed her death, but we didn't see us in between what happened. And that's the thing that sort of grabs you. You're just wondering why she's frozen, why he decided to keep her that way. It does give you an answer because Doug Dillon is sort of trying to find the Holy Grail to regenerate her life again. Once again, inspired by Indiana Jones, the third movie. But once again, it just works because how relatable Doug Dimley is. At least the first episode, because Doug Dimley, he is a very, you say, relatable guy. He's also kind of egocentric, but at the same time, you understand why he's egocentric. He needs that when he needs that W because he has so many L's, especially it's just so many years. You sort of understand his sort of desperation. But at the same time, I like his assistant that she is just a very young college student who want to be like him, like his hero Doug Diblin, trying to convince him, yeah, let's do it, but how naive she really is. And Doug Diblin points that out, like, look, you're very young and very naive. Usually people die like you very fast in this type of adventures. Please stay back. But I love it that should have make fun of it. They're sort of very self-aware, but not the point it is frustrating because at the very end they do focus on the story. They focus on Doug Dilton, the reason why he is this, and now trying to reclaim his fame. And I think this is the reason why I like him, relate to him, but also I just can't wait for the next episode because I had so much fun watching this episode. Every single joke just lands. Of course, the animation is not perfect. It's decent. The character designs are decent because once again, it's an adult cartoon. They don't give high budgets, but they know how to use it when they necessary. Because there's some of the action scenes you're just like, whoa, this is the first episode. Okay, I'm impressed. Even that's 100% sure some of the cartoon community says it's not the best. It is good because it doesn't matter how budget you actually have. It's more how you use it. And this show understands that pretty well. It sort of put the money when they actually need it. Of course, I think the biggest joke is like Doug Digman sounds like Nicolas Cage, but not really. It's sort of obvious why they don't have a very accurate sort of kind of representation of Nicolas Cage because they don't want to get sued. But once again, it's accurate enough and funny enough. Lucky it's just the voice that just works so well of the character what they're trying to do. Now I got nothing else to say, just recommend it. Now do you see this show? Do you like the first episode? Are you convinced to watch every single episode like me? Tell me down below, let me know. I got nothing else to say, just thank you for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye.